everyone, and welcome back to Married to Bravo, here with Joleen and Shanna Christmas, where we are going to be talking all about the Real Housewives of Potomac, because I was traveling last week. Shanna was advancing to the semifinals in her comedy competition, so we're just thriving, thriving. That's what we're doing. We're thriving, right, Shanna?
We are thriving. Yes, we are doing the best we can, and it's working out so far.
So far, we're killing it. We don't want to brag, but we're really killing it, you guys. So shout out to all of you joining us live. Make sure you smash that like. Make sure you subscribe if you're not already. Subscribe to Shanna. I have a link for her channel in the description of this video. If one of my mods could drop the link, that would be amazing. We have a lot to talk about because we have 2 episodes to catch up on. But let us know all your thoughts, opinions, hopes, and dreams in the live chat. We love to hear from you and interact. And if you want to send a super chat, you're more than welcome. You do not have to. You can support the channel that way. Just liking the video supports it. You can join my Patreon. You can check out the Venmo Cash App. You can go buy Shanna's book on Amazon. You can subscribe to Shanna's channel. You can follow us on social media. There's so many ways to help us creators, right?
So many ways.
So many ways. Okay, so the first Housewives of Potomac episode, we are going to be just kind of briefly talking about, because it leads in to this, obviously it leads into this newest episode. So I'm trying to pull up I want to read like the description of it. Okay, so last week was the burn session. The burn session, episode 5. Okay, do they give us a description? Okay. In the aftermath of her divorce being leaked to the press, dun dun dun, Ashley Darby visits Candiace, hoping to strengthen their budding relationship. Shanna, what did you think about? Did you have hope for this budding relationship?
It seemed like it was on its way of something nice. I mean, Candiace was very supportive of Ashley. She, I heard about the thing. How you doing? And glad to see you out in these streets being a hoe. Good for you, because you don't need old balls. You know what I mean? Just very supportive things. I think that was a very nice moment.
It was nice. They have a little kiki. I mean, they're around the same age. They're both from the pageant world. You would think this friendship would make sense, but it's never made sense in Real Housewives of Potomac history.
Yeah. I think it's Ashley Darby is just a little bit more. She's a little bit more messy, I think.
She is messy.
It's like messy, like behind the scenes. Like, Candiace is more like obviously in your face messy, but I feel like behind the scenes, Ashley's like doing stuff. So
Ashley's like a Scorpio. She never forgets. Like it's all, because when we get to episode 6, that's when we find out that she has been holding on to things for so long. And now it looks like, to me, this whole Chris thing is a setup, Shanna, right?
Of course. She was so excited when she just kept bringing it up on camera, like, oh, and then another person was saying things about Chris too. She's like, why didn't you bring it up when you were at my house yesterday?
Yeah.
She's like, it doesn't feel good, does it?
Yeah, she said everything comes around, or what was her exact words were like, not what goes around comes around, but eventually, like, it'll happen to you what happened to her with the Michael Darby cheating rumors and all that inappropriate behavior, him sexually harassing, dudes on set. So
she was very excited to like bring it up on camera for sure.
She looked way too excited. Okay, so first, sorry, go ahead. Were you gonna say something?
No, I was gonna agree with you. I was about to agree with you, and then you stopped talking.
I am really good at that. Really good at that. I'm also multitasking right now. I apologize, you guys. I'm trying to put out this other video that I was just telling Shanna about, and so as I'm doing that and this, and it's like, I mean, the life of a YouTube creator. Come on, guys, seriously. All right.
There's like a balloon in the back. A lot going on around.
Yeah, it's from my show last night for our Mermaid Anniversary comedy show. They always send me home with the balloons because I like balloons. So it was our 7-year, and that's yes. So I just kept it. I just keep them. That's what I do. Yes, thank you, Stephanie. The pendulum always swings both ways, and she said it multiple times. And Candiace is like, wow, Ashley, so that's what it's about. So that's what
she
you're doing.
clocked it as soon as she heard her say it. She's like, oh, that's what this is. Now I get it. Now I understand why you're doing it.
It made so much sense. Okay, so we have them kind of kicking, and we hear a very interesting little the rumor mill. We hear Candiace talking about the fact that Karen, the grande dame, is out there going to dinner with other men and has been for a while, and they haven't talked about it. But Cherie's kind of brought up Blue Eyes, and that's what we've been waiting on hearing again.
Right. At the reunion, and then we never saw her again until now.
The power of Karen. Karen was like the Illuminati.
Yeah, get this bitch off my show. Yeah, get this lady off my show before you don't have a show. Don't do it. Teresa's got to go. She's talking too much of my business. She's got to go. Yeah, I'm actually kind of waiting to see, like, maybe we'll get to see like a photo of them somewhere, or like any kind of like tangible evidence, because I just want to see what he looks like. Is he cute? You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, maybe. I don't know. Do you believe it? Like, do you believe the grande dame has a side piece? And would Ray be okay with that?
Well, remember that when they went and got their nails done, she kept on like alluding to it. Like, remember you said I could have some eye candy.
Oh yeah.
So I think she's trying to like give him a little buffer. And comes out. She's like, I've been looking at things and sometimes touching things as well, but now you said it's okay, right?
Ray, come on.
You can have Mia.
Oh. I don't know why I had that kind of visceral reaction. I was like, oh, yeah, no. But yeah, but also no. I don't, it's just something. There's something like I don't totally dislike Mia, but we'll get there. So they have their little moment and they're talking, and Ashley's gets outed, and Ashley, her neck like turns all red and everything. She falls out of her chair because apparently she's hooking up with a hockey player. And then we find out later she's with Luke from Summer House. Now he's not a hockey player, but he is from Minnesota, and that's basically you're a hockey player if you're from Minnesota, basically.
Oh, is that the same guy though? Or maybe it's somebody else?
Not. I think it was a different, like a actual hockey player, but yes, like an NHL person.
Wow. So then she did the hockey player, and then she went to Summer House and got some other stuff. Yep.
Summer House, Winter House, the puck swings both ways.
All the seasons. We're playing hockey in all the seasons. Yes. Yeah. I mean, that was a cute moment. I was like, good for you. You know what I mean? You're out there out and about, but it's a small place, so everybody sees everything, and obviously they talk. So it's almost like, I feel like it's almost like you go out and you're trying to be seen, so it comes up. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I guess you can't bring them back to your house, but can't you go to your house? Like,
hey, maybe after you give him his sleepy time tea, and he has his bath.
I just mean, like, can't you go to his house? He's a hockey player. I feel like he has a place to live. Can't you just go over there and have a nice little dinner date in the quiet? Like, you're meeting him out in the streets where people obviously will see you, and then you're like, you heard I was with what now? Who? What? Me? Oh, you know what I mean?
Oh my gosh. I mean, Ashley, good for her for getting some, just like Candiace said, like, have your whole period, have some fun. You've had to deal with Michael Darby for this long. All great. But what did you think about her saying, she was like, I just compare everyone to Michael, and if they can't talk about aliens, I'm like, huh?
I think she's just bullshitting. I feel like when she does that kind of stuff, it's just to kind of be like, no, but I love Michael. I'm actually quite devastated that we're divorcing. I love him. You know what I mean? Like, we all know you married him because he has money. That's all. It's not, there was no, I'm attracted to his wit. All right. Okay. You don't have to say that anymore. She's just saying that stuff to kind of keep that lie going. Otherwise, because the divorce is still, pending, right? She doesn't want to mess that up by saying something crazy, but
you're right.
There's no way you're sitting there comparing these motherfuckers to Michael Darby. Like,
no, it comes off very, very disingenuous. And just like you said, it's because she's got to secure the bag. And we see her go to a lawyer, and the lawyer's basically like, just looking at her like, yeah, you need to hire me or somebody. And then she's like, wow, I Googled it and it sure is different than Google. And this lawyer, this woman, educated woman is like, yeah, I didn't get my degree on Google.
Right. I don't understand. Like sometimes she's like so smart and then she says some of the dumbest shit. And it's like, are you, you don't have any money. So you can't go in there and talk about any kind of nothing to protect yourself or whatever. But like, sometimes I feel like she doesn't know anything, but it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, because yes, and she's definitely what I've found in these 2 episodes is we just see again that she is no match for Candiace when it comes to wits. Candiace just destroys her. She's too quick for Ashley. Ashley can't keep up.
Yes. That's why Ashley has to kind of plan things out a little bit longer and plot it out. And then really, she's like Gizelle in that way.
Yeah, she needs if she's going to have reads, she needs them written out. She needs to hire a writer, things like that. Ashley tries, but Candiace is so smart and she's so quick that it just doesn't work. It doesn't work. So,
yeah. She's got a little bit more hood in her, I think, than Ashley does.
Oh, you think? I think you and I might be having a little bit of an internet delay, and I'm bummed. And I don't know if it's me. I don't know if it's you, and I don't know if it's us.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. Because I talk and then you talk, and then maybe it's because of what I'm currently doing. Maybe. Let me see if
you're doing stuff.
Yeah, maybe it's because I'm multitasking. I'm going to blame me. It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. Little Taylor Swifties, little Swiftinator.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
Okay, it's just this lady. She looks like me. It's just like this white lady who can sing. So
I know who she is. I just don't know that song at all. So I wish I could sing with you, but I don't.
New album. It's not. I mean, it's good. I mean, it's a banger, but it's not everyone has to be a T Swift fan. Definitely. Okay, so we have that going on. She's seeing the lawyer, and then we have Wendy said she's having this burn and something party.
The burn session, I think is what she called it.
The burn sesh
at the winery. Yes.
She wants to clear the air, and they have had very successful outings at wineries, being that last time was Monique versus Candiace, and Monique was like, I will kill her. Yes. And then they showed a clip of that.
Was like, this is traumatic. Like, why are you inviting me to a damn brewery or winery? Like, that's bullshit. You know that there's not a place in my spirit for that. I do not like this at all.
Right?
Just trying to trigger me.
You're supposed to be my friend. You're supposed to be the one that's on my side, Wendy. So
what are you doing over there?
I'm almost done. I'm so sorry. So sorry. I feel so bad. I thought, my time blindness again. I was like, oh, a story came out. I'm like, oh, let me cover it, make a small video right before I go live with Shanna. And Shannah's like, you're never going to get that done before you go live with Shanna. Like, yes, I will. And sure enough, I didn't. Hey, Angelica.
And she can't wait until we're finished. She has to do it right now. It can't wait an hour.
I can't wait because in my head, I'm super focused. This has to go out now. Okay, so now I'm fully present, and the Joleen douchebaggery has stopped. I am closing down the other screen. Okay, there's another video. Check it out after this one. After to Shanna. Okay, fully present, back in it. So we really wait. I mean, we see a little bit from Gizelle talking to her daughters, and the twins are going to have their sweet 16, and they have a flower wall and something else. They go get their nails done. They're annoyed with their mom. We get a little clip of Jamal, and Gizelle wants to say a little speech about her daughters, right? Because it's the sweet 16, right? That's what she's planning.
Right. I think so. Then, I actually stopped paying attention whenever Giselle's on screen, to be honest. I don't I vaguely remember that whole thing, but yeah, it's something. Graduation, 16, something. Some reason why Jamal Bryant has a show up and do something. So
this season with Giselle, I'm the same way. When she's on, I'm like, whatever. But did you see? Did we talk about Jamal Bryant, his sermon where he was talking about? I believe it was Herschel Walker. Right?
No, we didn't talk about that, but
it was
that's
good.
probably, of course, yeah. I mean, that's why Jamal Bryant is a whore. It's because he's good at speaking.
Right? Because even I was like, I'll have his baby now, and I've never been that way.
There were so many white people like, I want to go to church. Like they saw that 2-minute clip and was like, I'm an atheist, but I'll go to his church. Like,
that's how I was, because I've always been, Jamal, okay, whatever. Like, all right, you and
now you see why the women. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now I did see. My ovary saw everything. Saw what she might see in him. So yeah, I did see that, and I figured
you can go to church every Sunday, and he's in shape too. It's not like he's like a fat looking pussy.
Yeah, it's not like he's an unattractive man. No.
Yeah, he's fit. He's out here slinging the word of the Lord around in his pants.
Not slinging the word of the Lord in his pants. It's a blessing. Thanks be to you.
He is
Jamal Bryant. Yes, he is blessed. I figured you would be up on that because you covered the political stuff on your channel, and that would be a clip you might have grabbed. So.
Well, I mean, it was everybody, all the white people were so excited about it. I was like, that's they should have that. You guys should catch up. You should be aware of this.
We need something, because I had no idea who Jamal was until Potomac, and I covered it with my friend Busy, and he's like, you don't know who Jamal? I'm like, I don't. He's like,
why would you know?
I guess you wouldn't. Yeah, and I'm like,
why would you know?
I only know.
Now he's about to. He have to build a new church and buy a new plane now.
Now I'm pregnant, and we're all gonna start a church in Minnesota, the Jamal Bryant Church of Latter-day. I don't know, not saints, but something else. Okay, because that's already taken. Saints is already taken. Sluts. No,
sluts.
That's not right. That's not right. But it's okay. It's okay. So we see that. It's like, okay, but finally we get to this burn, and what is it? I keep getting it wrong. The burning, and the episode, burning and beefing. But
yeah, I think it's called a burn session is what Wendy was calling it. I don't think it was anything like super cheeky.
No, it wasn't. So Wendy, I loved when Wendy was talking to Eddie Osefo, because again, Eddie Osefo is my favorite housewife husband.
You love anytime she's talking
just
to Eddie.
So logical, and he has clear glasses, and he dresses well, and I bet he smells so good. And he's just so logical, and he's patient. He understands who his wife is. His wife is someone who probably doesn't accept a lot of responsibility, and he loves her regardless, which is how it should be. Because you're not going to find someone that's going to check all the boxes,
True.
So he so sweetly was like, did you own up to anything after the thing? And I loved that. I was like, yes, Eddie. And she's like, yes. And he's thinking she didn't, but I love her. But she She did not.
Yeah, I know you did none of those things, honey, but okay. That's good. Good for you. And what did you learn?
Exactly. Jamie V says, Jamal flooded my basement with that sermon. Flooded.
Oh my goodness.
Basement. I love it.
Wow.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Jamie, careful. Get a canoe. All right. So when we get to this little burning sesh, that is when Wendy is like, Professor Wendy shows up, and they get to the winery, and Wendy goes with, she's with Ashley, and then everyone else gets to go in one of those little van things that they always send for the housewives, or you hop in those on like a bachelorette party if they have like a stripper pole in them. Yeah, that's like all those. Yeah, that's all the vans are used for, is housewives and bachelorette parties, right?
I think maybe it transports goods at some point.
Maybe it transports more stripper poles or something,
Yeah, a busload of them. That'd be cool.
And so she says, we're going to start taking accountability. We're going to really let it out. We are going to, they also picked tulips, which was boring, but before that, but they're going to let, their feelings about each other. It's going to be like a therapy session. All the women come. Robin at first was like, I'm not coming. And then she decides to come, which is amazing. But so basically Wendy starts, and I think only saw Wendy's.
Yeah, because Robin got up and left because she got. I can't wait for the reunion when they show that fucking footage of her like, no one have to touch me. Did you have to touch me? I didn't have to. Okay, yes, you did. Charisse literally had to stop you twice. Okay, like
Charisse
doesn't
straight
even
up
remember.
lied, or she didn't remember and Robin didn't remember, or they both lied, or one of them lied. But I feel like Charisse was lying for Robin, and Robin really believed that she didn't do that. And Gizelle will just agree with anything for Robin to be against Wendy.
Yeah, I feel like Robin literally blacked out and doesn't remember that moment because she was so mad. But Charisse definitely remembers it, and she wants to protect her. But you know, these producers, boy, these editors, they'll go back and be like, go ahead and lie. We're going to look that up.
Right?
And sprinkle it in.
I'm loving that they're actually showing the receipts, because there's so many times where these housewives say things and we have to wait the whole season to be like, was that true? Or you have the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, syndrome, where no cameras were around, no phones existed. It was out in Amish country that Kathy Hilton sat on a baby, and now that we have to hate her forever and ever. Amen. But this one, they're like, no, just go right to last week, and you see Robin go, what are you talking about? Get up in her face. And then Charisse is like, no.
No, yeah. She had the one arm, then she had the two hands, because the one arm didn't stop her. She was sitting with the one arm, could not stop Robin. I have to stand up now and do the two hands on the shoulders. But she's like, she doesn't remember. She's always trying to fight people. I feel like ever since like the first season, she's been like beefing with people. And then she was like, I don't want to, so she just left. So that was why you only got to Wendy, because Robin left.
Yeah, and I felt like Wendy was pretty receptive to everybody, because people would basically either have like a problem with the person that you want to address, or maybe you want to give them a little gratitude for something in their friendship. And so Wendy was accepting it from all the women, and Mia, immediately was just like, hey, I really didn't care for you. We really didn't get along. You're not the best, but okay. Candiace is like, I love you, you're my friend. I feel like you're being open. Ashley's like, I feel like we're building something. And then Robin said, we're oil and water, and that is fine with me. And Wendy was like, oh, yeah, we're oil and vinegar. And Robin goes, no, those go together. We're oil and water.
Ooh, yeah, that was it.
That's such, Robin like kind of showed up.
Yeah, I feel like they should have gone more on Gizelle as well, but Robin showed up and then she left.
Exactly. If you're gonna be like, no, yes, we're oil and water, and again, like,
I don't give a fuck. Okay.
I know. I was like, about you, like, she just kept saying it, like, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, and then Giselle's yelling, and it was just a lot for what?
The Green Eye Bandits always double team everybody, and that's what Karen was like. Why are you jumping into it, Gizelle? Why are you yelling? Why are you even in it? Like, be quiet.
Exactly. Rob was like, I'm leaving. I'm gonna go put on my Uggs in the Sprinter van. And so she laughed. And I actually don't dislike Robin. Gizelle, I can do without a lot of times, but Robin is just, I feel like this prenup thing, her finally finding her voice, it's just going in the wrong directions. And at Wendy, I don't get it. I do understand that Wendy can maybe rub them the wrong way, and she has for a while, like they just don't mesh. They are kind of oil and water, but I don't think it's anything that can't be repaired. I mean, it was pretty crappy that Robin invited Wendy's kids to her potato sack race party and didn't invite Wendy.
Yeah, I think because every season they kind of go tit for tat, right? It's the same thing with Ashley. It's like, well, this season you guys did this, so that means next season I'm going to do this to you, and so I'm holding a grudge from last season. You're like, all right, so because I don't remember like what was happening when they're mad at Wendy for something she said last year about something, and it's like, was that to Robin or was that to Gizelle? I feel like Wendy was more harder on Gizelle.
She was. And it was all because they were like, what's wrong with Wendy? She got a new butt. She got the mommy makeover. What is lacking in her life? And there was that ridiculous rumor that Eddie Osefo would ever cheat. And he wouldn't, you guys. I know because I don't know. Okay. famous last words of a housewife's husband. But, just something that one of these blogs just decided, I'm just going to pull it up. They never showed any receipts. We never had this lady that supposedly has his love child or whatever. They're just trying to do Wendy really dirty. And that's what it was.
And then that's what Wendy was saying. She's like, you can't even keep your man from doing whatever. And so you over here worried about me. And I think, but it's like, that was a season ago. Like, you guys should be even by now. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
they just hold on to stuff until the next season and just drag this stuff in. And it's like, all right, girls.
All right, ladies. Well, also what we know from this whole Chris's inappropriate gate is that they started filming right after the reunion. So it's like,
really,
it's happening. Yeah. So it's not even, they haven't had time. So it makes sense why they're kind of all on edge with each other, because they just had the reunion where things were exposed and things maybe you didn't necessarily know. I think you watched like the last 2 episodes or something, or last episode right before the reunions filmed, or the last 3 episodes or something. And so obviously you're on like high alert and on edge, and that's why you get, pretty good responses and reactions at the reunion.
So they film the show, and after they're done filming, they take a break so people can watch the show, and then they film the reunion after they watched it? Is that how that works?
They film the reunion when we're still watching the season. So we haven't finished the season, and they'll be filming the reunion like a month before the season ends for us watching it.
Oh, okay. Because I'm like, how will they know what to respond to if they haven't seen the show yet?
Yeah, so they've been watching it. Usually how the reunion goes is they've been watching it in real time, like the rest of us, but they film about a month before the season ends for us viewers. And so then they get sent the episodes to kind of the last couple or whatever to watch before they film the reunion. So that's why a lot of this stuff, when they first meet at the reunion, it's so fresh. And they haven't had time to sit on it. It's the first time they've talked about it. And that's why, the reunions usually are pretty good. I mean, not for every franchise, but they're usually pretty interesting.
That makes sense. Because everybody's like, why is Gizelle saying something about this now? But it's like, well, you guys just filmed the reunion, so it's not even like a long time. It like just happened. But
it just happened. But we do also find out that it was just her dressing room. So it was after filming the long, night of filming the reunion. We see again last season, Chris is mad at Nicki Minaj because Nicki Minaj, he felt some type of way about the way she asked Candiace to sing, and Chris was in his feelings. Maybe he was myriad, we don't know. And he was mansplaining and he was upset. And then Gizelle was like, what's going on? And she's like, oh, and then he's like, we'll talk later. So he probably just followed up to talk to her later because they had the kind of open relationship in her dressing room where everyone still is. And
yeah, people are all still there at the reunion. It's not like it happened like somewhere down the street in her hotel room. I mean, the way she made it sound, it's like, but then like the two stories are different too. Because if she said that, I forget, I saw a tweet. It was a weird tweet about like, first she said he came into the room, and then she said something else. Now I can't remember, but it got all confusing.
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
I'm honestly just done talking about it at this point because Gizelle just seems so damn all over the place, and just being like, I'm in a room with a married man. Okay, well, open the door. Like,
whatever. Were you able to open the door? Did he offer it? Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Did he make you feel uncomfortable? Not at all. He was a perfect gentleman. So what does he have to apologize about?
Right.
Having a conversation with you? Like, this is the dumbest. If I was Candiace, I would be, obviously she's upset, but I would be just as upset, if not more, because they are definitely trying to set Chris up. If this episode 6 didn't prove that, I don't know what's gonna prove it. They are setting this woman up. They're trying to get revenge. It keeps them off of, Gizelle. She feels like they came at me for Jamal. Obviously, Ashley feels like they came at her for Michael Darby. So, and then Juan Dixon. So now it's Candiace's turn. And listen, Chris down the road, we don't know what the story is, but whatever they're saying is going on with this friend, because again, they're pulling receipts. And Mia, he was looking at me, and he was like this on his phone, not looking at her. And she's like,
but then the friend with the baby apparently said that he was trying to talk to her too or something. It's like, Okay.
And
Well, what did
rubbing
he
up on
say?
her ass and all. And the story's just getting so crazy. And he's literally in a pink suit, leaning against the bar like he's bored as hell at Karen's spring renewal party because he
Right.
doesn't want to be at a 59-year-old party. He doesn't, but this is how they make money, you know?
Is that now? Did all that stuff happen at the party where she said he was like rubbing on her or whatever? Because she also said that there was some DMs. So where is the screenshot of the DMs?
Yes. Where's the receipts on any of this? You know, especially with the friend. But yes, they're saying it happened at Karen's spring party, that this friend that popped up from the mommy group of Ashley's is now saying, well, he was inappropriate with me. So we see the editors cut in a scene of Chris at the bar, not even looking in her direction, her ordering a drink. It just seems like a damn setup, because if you watch the scene right before that, in episode 6, where they're showing who that friend is in the mommy group, you see Ashley going, or her friend's like, is Candiace going too, or something? And just the way she says Candiace, like she knows that Ashley doesn't get along with Candiace. This girl clearly doesn't like Candiace. And Ashley's like, yeah, we're doing good right now. And she's probably doing that thing that you said, Shanna, that she's doing with Michael Darby, is playing the nice girl. And it's all coming together in this beautiful conspiracy against Candiace.
She's a little pot stirrer, that one. And she's got people. I feel like, you know, these shows, I mean, you get money for being on camera, right? So if you can get more people to be in the mix and to cause drama, then everybody wins, right? So it's like, yeah, you're a new mom, and let's come find you some money by being messy. That's you know what I mean? It's just it's too many people saying stuff. And if they had, we saw the DM that he sent Ashley right when she said it. We haven't seen this other DM that she claims was not as innocuous as the other one was. So where is it? Maybe they'll show it next week.
Insidious, you know?
Maybe, yeah.
And
show us
whole
the other one.
Time this is happening, Michael Darby is just like, he's like, I am off the hook.
He is, yeah. He's not even on the show. He literally just leaves the country. I feel like he was like out of town a lot.
He's getting his DS by bleep. They couldn't say the person's name. So we find out at this burn session, which was my favorite part, because Candiace is like, okay, we're doing this. Because her and Ashley, like we said, had made amends. And then Ashley, out of the blue, you know, after Robin's like, oh, no, don't want to do this no more, you know, the mugs on. Then Ashley's like, Candiace, I have something I need to tell you in front of everyone that I know I probably could have told you in person at your house yesterday, but Chris was inappropriate with a lot more women, and it was insidious, and it was lewd and lascivious, and it was all the civiouses.
She, even when she fixes her mouth to say it, Candiace is like, okay. The thing about this is that it's so obviously staged or a setup. Like, they're not even like, try to pick a different kind of way to smear somebody. We're all doing we're going to smear the husbands. It's like, nah, let's do something different. Say you stole something. Like, you know what I mean? Like, do a different smear. Don't just like, well, your husband was in my DMs. Oh, really? Let's see him. Oh, that looks like nothing. What? It's just too easy of a storyline to plant that it just, you can tell it feels like fake. It feels produced, as opposed to like, you could have been like, she also embezzled some money for those hats or something. Like, you gonna do it, at least make it something a different, because it's so boring now.
Embellished is embezzled.
yes. You know what I mean? Do a different kind of scandal that, you know, places some kind of pressure on the woman, instead of saying your husband tried to touch my friend's butt, and it's like there's nothing, that never happened. It's like, you guys just look stupid.
It does look so stupid. So then I love Candiace is like, okay, well, here's the deal. We're doing that. All right. Well, here's the deal. Michael Darby has been getting his D sucked by this man who is an escort forever and ever. Amen. And I wasn't going to say anything, but you brought it out of me. And I've been holding it in like a good person does when someone's husband is getting their DS by a male escort. And Karen's like, oh, geez, not a male escort.
Everybody was like,
that was my favorite part. I'm just like, that is so, Ashley, you can never throw stones, because Michael Darby has done so much that you know of. I think she knows a lot more than she lets on with that stuff.
Of course, she knows all of it.
Yes. And so you can't throw stones because everything is so. Chris might have, let's just say he sent a flirty message. Let's just say he was overly nice to the mom group friend. I'll take that over my husband having an intercourse with someone else, whether it's mouth intercourse, any of the orifice courses, you know.
Right.
So
Crash
it's
course.
yes.
Main course.
The side. I mean, Chris is like, he's like the napkin, and Michael Darby is a buffet of problems. He's just
Yeah, and he's so terrible. Like, he's not even in the show, but it's like Ashley only has this one storyline where she's going through a divorce. But like, I can't get a hold of Michael. It's like, yeah, because he's fucking other
down
people.
on a
He's
man.
busy.
Yes.
He's out doing. He got his balls snipped, and he's out here shooting empty loads in people. He's so excited and so free. And that's your only storyline, is that you can't find your ex-husband and you are trapped, and so you don't have any money. I mean, girl. Please.
You can't, your husband is sucking dick. I mean, that right there shuts all conversation down. You're just like, well, we should probably have some more wine because
yeah. I mean, that's, if you have skeletons and bones in the closet like that, you just got to be quiet. You just got to, you got to know it's going to blow up in your face, especially with Candiace, because Candiace is known to swing on people, you know. She's taking it down a notch, so she'll just use her words to cut you very, very hard. So like, but even Ashley's like, oh well, once it came out, everybody was like, whoa. Ashley's like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, oh, you're telling that stuff? Did I take it too far?
You know, Ashley's,
you're not playing around. Oh,
the look on Ashley's face too was like, oh, she said his name. Like it was that she clearly knows that Michael Darby. I mean, this makes way more sense than this Chris stuff, because Michael Darby has said before, multiple housewives have said that he said this. Again, we did never see any video evidence, and these housewives are known to lie, because like right now, what I feel they're doing to Chris and Candiace, but that he wanted to S Juan Dixon's D.
But also, why would Robin lie about that? That's her man.
That's true.
And if she said she heard it, I would be like, I didn't hear him say that. He would never. Like, I would be like freaked out. But she was like, no, I heard him say that about my man. Yeah, he wants to do it.
And she's like, I don't want to, so I'm gonna let him.
Yeah. By all means, go ahead. Have fun.
I love Robin. I don't, even though Robin's like popping off and not getting it right and saying I didn't do that when she did, I still like her. Is there something wrong with me?
I think she's trying to do better. She does better in some places and still bad in other places. Like, she's not good with the Wendy situation, but she's been, putting Gizelle in place when she says stuff sometimes, and trying to get everything else in order. So she's trying, but she's failing a lot with Wendy. But I feel like she just doesn't want to like Wendy. That's fine. You don't have to. So.
Yeah, that's true. And Juan was unfazed by it all too. He was like, yeah, who doesn't want to S my D? That's
Yeah, they were like, let's go to the bachelor party. You're never getting married. Ha 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 ha! Suck your D at the bachelor
party. So that was, I mean, Candiace just shut it down, but then she pulls Gizelle outside to talk. And Giselle's like, yes, let's talk. Let's get going. Let's have a ponderosa about this. My trauma. And Candiace is just so calm with her. And like, I would like to hear how this affected you. And again, like you said, Shanna, we have to go through it again so what happened? Well, he came in my dressing room. I'm pretty sure, well, did you invite him? I'm pretty sure he just came in my dressing room. Well, he says that you invited him. Well, I don't think I invited him. Did he, did anything happen? No. I just felt uncomfortable because he's not my man. And so him being in my thing, I wanted the door open. Could you open the door? Yep. Did he respect that? Yep, he did. Totally fine. Great guy. Great conversation. Smelled nice. Left a tip, but I want an apology. It just makes no sense. Like, Gizelle, is this how bad it's gotten for you, that this is your storyline, a Sweet 16, and just a reach of someone's husband being in a room with you?
But like, she's so exhausted. I was going to say, because she sucks so bad. She's so messy and not even good at it.
And it sucks because there's legitimate, and so what Candiace said, there's so many instances where we as women feel uncomfortable, and we know that feeling when you're in a room with a guy and it's a creepy guy. Okay.
Right.
And Sean and I are in a business where it's mostly men, and we're with men a lot in comedy, and there are all the creeps in stand-up comedy.
The surplus.
A surplus for sure. It's like the Costco of creepage. Okay. And it's crazy. But any woman in any profession knows that feeling in their life of being with a creepy guy. Cause like our whole lives, we're just running from creepy dick. That's just a woman's life. That's just what we're doing, you know? And so for her to say that and make something out of nothing, and it has more to do with, I think, in my opinion, her wanting a storyline, and also her experience with Jamal, and what it would look like to her, or of her. Well, that has nothing to do with Chris, because you guys have had conversations before and there was no inappropriate things going on. And all you would have to do to absolve yourself of any weirdness you feel is tell Candiace, I felt uncomfortable. Next time I'll make sure not to be alone with someone's husband in a room, because that's just not how I roll. But Chris didn't do anything wrong.
Right. She's not uncomfortable with Chris being in the room. She's just uncomfortable with somebody's husband being in the room. But she's making it sound like Chris did something to make her uncomfortable. Like, no, you're uncomfortable with, like, there's someone's husband in my room. That could have been anybody. It could have been Eddie in your room. I would imagine you'd still be uncomfortable, but would you be like, Wendy, your husband made me feel uncomfortable? You're like, okay. Did he?
Exactly. And it's so ridiculous. And so then Candiace is like, you're making a mockery out of like legitimate claims of women. And Giselle's like, it's like, yeah, because this is so stupid.
And they were trying to do that same stuff with Monique in the first couple seasons, trying to plant stories before the season started to get it on the show to cause problems, but it didn't come to. But now it's working, and it's not working in a way that they thought it was going to work, because people just think they're assholes. So it's backfiring. But they've always been plotting behind the scenes on people, trying to take people down and stuff like that. So,
right. Ugh. And that doesn't make it fun. I mean, we don't need these kind of premeditated, staged, fake storylines and things. You know, I think that's when this stuff starts happening. I think that's when Bravo needs to step in and be like, all right, we're putting you on pause. Like, Gizelle, until you get a storyline, like, you're a great story in the pot, but when you're just making shit up, there's tons of stuff
like that.
Yeah, that stuff isn't something you want to play with, and it's just not. It's not fun. And it's just going to ruin the whole show. It really is going to ruin the whole show. You could be messy in so many other ways, but not this.
And they were getting mad because Chris is responding to them on Twitter. That's the problem. Like, well, you guys are accusing him of something. What do you want him to say? Right? Like, and then Mia's like, I don't remember. You're like, okay, now you don't.
Mia,
you're saying all this stuff, and then you get on Twitter when he confronts you about it. You're like, oh, I don't remember that happening. Oh my gosh. Well, roll the tape.
Right. I mean, Mia needs to really get over herself with everyone's husband wants her, because that's just not the truth. If it was, okay, but so far we really haven't seen that. Molly said Candiace just tweeted that same statement. What did she tweet? I'm looking at her Twitter right now. What statement? Molly, put it in the chat.
What did she say in the statement?
I don't know. I'm trying to look at her most recent. Was 3 hours ago.
What did she say? She tweeted my statement?
She subtweeted.
She tweet what I just said?
There's more work to do. I'm up for the challenge. She said something about the Grammys. I don't know. What was it? What was it? We must know, Molly. Don't leave us hanging. About Monique being right about Gizelle. Oh, okay.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
Well, I mean, maybe they should get Monique back in here, and Candiace and Monique can team up, and Wendy, and take some of these ladies down.
Well, that's why they got rid of Monique in the first place. As soon as she got there, and she's like, I have 3 homes. And they were like, oh, this bitch got to go. No. She's good looking. She's got 3 homes. She's got a steady relationship. Okay, nope. We got to find a way to get this bitch out of here. And that's what they did.
True. That's so sad, but it's so true when you think back about it is they were always pushing at Monique, always trying to expose something, always
I don't feel safe with
pushing
Monique.
her
I'm
out.
scared she might beat me up. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. And then you get stuck with Candiace, who's also going upside your head too. So now what? And now y'all trying to ruin her damn life.
Yep.
I hate it.
Ugh.
They're all a mess.
It's true. And then Ashley Darby, did you see Ashley Darby had to come out recently with a statement saying she's not colorist? And I don't know. I mean, I know that there's been lots of colorism conversations regarding the Real Housewives of Potomac, but was there something recently? Did Ashley say? Do you guys know in the chat?
Who?
Ashley Darby, because she went to her Instagram recently to say she's not. Okay, so she 4 hours ago, okay, according to page 6, let me pull it up here so we can all learn about what Ashley Darby's doing. Okay, so here we go. All right, Real Housewives of Potomac star Ashley Darby addresses colorist accusations amid Candiace Dillard feud. All right, let me see if I play this, can we hear her audio? Shanna, give me a thumbs up if you can hear this. Let's see.
So I really hate that I have to say anything about this and that I have to address this, but it seems to have just gotten like way out of control. First and foremost, I am not a colorist. I know everyone wants to deem me that. They want to make all these accusations about me because of my own skin tone, but I don't claim that because that's not me. I feel like people forget that I have had issues or disagreements with every single woman on the show for whatever reason, for whatever thing that we disagreed upon at some point in time, irrespective of the hue of her skin. So I always start at 100 with people until you give me a reason to take it down. All right. That is all that has transpired. And I still care about the women on this show. And I hope that everyone, including them, knows that nothing that I will ever feel about you is because of your color of your skin.
Now, I do want to ask you for your
Whoops.
thoughts on
we don't need this one.
friendship.
We don't need this one. Okay. So let's go back to here and not play this again. But okay, so Ashley Darby shutting down claims. But I want to know, was there something recently, first and foremost? Okay, Darby 34 noted that she had disagreements with several other castmates, including Robin Dixon and Giselle Bryant, and has not taken the hue of anyone's skin into consideration. She always starts at 100. We heard her say that all has transpired. Darby's comments come one day after the latest episode of the reality show aired on Bravo, showing a heated verbal match between Dillard, 35, and the mom of 2. In the scene, Darby claimed that Dillard's husband, Chris Bassett, has been in some other DMs of women and has been flirty with one of her friends in a recent event. Dillard went on to claim that Ashley's husband, Michael, whom she is divorcing, would leave her to have sex with another man. After the episode aired, viewers slammed Darby on social media for her actions. One fan tweeted, "Ashley Darby isn't colorist the same way racists aren't racist. Your beef with your skin twins end. Your beef with the dark-skinned women go on forever." A second chimed in and said, "Ashley Darby is a colorist because she didn't give Wendy the same opportunity for friendship she did for the Bandits, even when they had issues. Ashley Darby would never hide anyone's room info on a trip, but she did to Candiace. Ashley literally treats them differently." And I know there's been conversation in the past about colorism on Potomac, and I've seen, other YouTubers, debate that, whether it's there or it isn't. And I think you and I talked about this briefly when the show first started. Wendy Osefo's comments, which I think perfectly sum up the fact when some of these women say there's no way it doesn't exist, and Wendy's like, well, how can it exist in the world we live in, and we're filming in the world we live in, and you say it doesn't exist on the show, but some of the women on the show think it exists, Wendy has called it out in the past. So if she sees it and she feels it and it exists in the world, how is it just somehow not going to exist on a television show that exists in their world.
Yeah, it feels like it's just weird because like I don't know what people's relationships are when the cameras aren't rolling. I don't know
Mhm.
if Ashley and the other girls, Giselle and Robin, are actually friendly off the show. I don't really understand their dynamic anyway, really on the show,
Yeah.
because it seems like it's always Robin and Giselle over here, and then Ashley kind of bops in and out. I don't know. So I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know what to say about it.
I don't know either. Let us know what you guys think in the chat. I know that ALS is saying Cheryl's World. All right, Cheryl did a stream about Ashley being a colorist. Andrea is saying Ashley didn't hide the room info. She just took it in another room to see where Candiace was staying. Folks are doing the most. Yeah, because so when we get to the Miami house that Mia rents, she hides.
But why does she do that though? Like, it's like this, almost like this little childish, I want to go see where she's staying, and they're putting her in the same room with Wendy, and they have to share a bed, and he. Like, it's like, if somebody did that to her, I don't think she would think it's funny. You know what I mean? I didn't think that was funny. And it has nothing to do with like, if I don't like this person, like, leave it alone until they get here. But they're all picking on Candiace too, because Mia's like, she'll be somewhere in the house, she'll be under this roof. And you're like, okay. Like,
it does seem very immature in that, you know, we like to watch these women have it out with each other, but this almost, again, this kind of Mean Girls mentality of very childish Mean Girls, of taking that room information. And like you said, what does it do? Hiding it.
Right. She could have just asked where she's staying. Like, she could run down to the thing and sneak it into her shirt, then run up the stairs and do a little thing, and then run back downstairs and hide it and pretend like, well, that's for the cameras. Like, you could have just asked, where's Candiace staying? There's only so many beds, and we all have our own room. Like, you could have just did elimination and figured that out, really. Or you could have just asked Mia, like, privately and like sneakily and whatever. Like, it just seems like they're intentionally trying to like go out of their way to be mean.
Exactly.
That's all.
Exactly. And it's just no matter, and that's how like season favorites change so quickly, because whenever you see on a franchise women gang up on another woman, the one that is getting, ganged up on is the one we initially are like, I think just as humans, we kind of are like, oh my gosh, because I see so many people who were not Candiace fans. I mean, Candiace had a hard time with fans for a while, liking her. And now people are going hard for her because they're seeing, how she's being treated so unfairly by these women.
Right. People end up liking the ones you guys end up bullying, because the ones that get bullied realize they're getting bullied, and then they fucking turn around and then drag everybody. And then now you're like, oh, now I'm stuck with this person. I'm trying to get them to leave the show. Who knows what they're trying to do, because they're introducing all these new random characters. They might be behind the scenes trying to be like, well, if we get rid of Candiace, and my friend Jacqueline can be on the show. If we get rid of so-and-so, then my mama group friend can be on the show, or whatever. Like, we don't know all the stuff that's going on, but it just feels very much like they pick a person and try to make them go through hell during the season to see if they break and quit the show. And then when they don't, then the person comes back with a vengeance the next season, and then ruins the other person's life. And so that's what Candiace is doing now. So it's like, oh, we want to take her down because she's having such a great, successful whatever. So we're going to try to bring her down for some reason. Okay, well, do your best, because she's going to drag everybody at the reunion, I think.
I mean, and see how that works out for you, because honestly, without Candiace's little, I want to say DR because I watch Big Brother, but without her little interviews and stuff, it would be pretty boring, because she is the one that really keeps us entertained, and has like the best comebacks, the best sayings, the best reads on people this season in particular, where I look forward to her little dust, her little blow, her little not today ankles, not today neck. I mean,
I'm always trying to think about like who else is on the show right now. Karen, I haven't seen Karen do anything really.
Karen looked really good at the airport. That outfit she had, that match. I don't know if it was like a jumpsuit or a matching set, but she looked so cute when they're headed to Miami. But other than that, she picked some tulips and she's just trying to stay away from Charisse, but she couldn't stay away from Charisse because, like we said, Mia plans this trip to Miami, which apparently Mia's home is Miami. She says to G or Gordon or whatever her husband's name is, she tells him, you know, how good do I have to be or what are the rules or something? And I'm like, what is going to go down in Miami? Oh my goodness.
Well, you
And
know
then
what
Karen,
happened when they met each other.
she was like, I did everything except for pussy popping on a handstand or something. Handstand pussy pops.
But everybody was like, we
"That's
thought y'all met
a-
at a strip club. What is this story you're telling now?
Wait
That's
a minute, you're right, Shanna. But did they meet? Was she working? Or was
Remember
it on
she
the
said she
beach?
wasn't a stripper, but she worked at the strip club
Steak.
as a
Right? They serve steak.
steak. That's where she met him. And then suddenly she's on the beach doing all the things. I don't know.
Oh my. And he was married, and now we're just getting all kinds of different layers and the pussy popping. And K10 says that's how the show is structured. It's been said that each season has a target and different roles. It's not like Real Housewives of Potomac is the only one, not at all. I think Real Housewives of Potomac, I feel like, has been refreshingly better than this. We've had instances like I feel like Monique did become a target, but like Andrea does mention above that there were things that Monique did do, and I did forget that she brought Sherman's ex-wife on the show. That was kind of
but see, she did that because when she first got on the show, they were already hating on her. Like she got
You're
on
right.
the show, I have 3 houses, and they were like, we got to get this bitch off the show. So they made hell for that girl as soon as she got there. So now it's like, I want to pick everybody off then.
That's true.
You know?
Yeah.
She didn't come in with Sherman's ex-girlfriend. That wasn't her first season. She didn't
wasn't her first scene. Hello, Gizelle. Nice to meet you. Here is Sherman's. You know,
right. What? That's not how that happened. They were like, we hate this bitch because she's cute and young. She's got more properties than I do, and I'm working on my little house or whatever she was working on. And so, yeah. And so I got to figure out a way to stop this girl. And then she couldn't be stopped. So the next season, yeah, I'm gonna fire off on y'all. That's how, if that's how it works, then well, Gizelle deserved it because she started it.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, Monique could do it all. She had a bird. I mean, the bird scene was iconic with Wendy, like, you know, and I mean, that
there
was
a lot of Monique had a lot of moments, and everybody loved Monique, and they were like, we don't like that.
Yeah, there was a lot of that. You know, there was a lot of people you did have like pro Candiace or pro Monique, but it seemed to be a lot more pro Monique at the time.
And what happened to Sherman anyway? Where's Sherman at?
He's at Sherman's Deli. We don't know. We haven't heard from him.
Exactly. So
now Gizelle wants to find a young guy.
She's trying to say she got a rotation of dudes. Girl, nobody believes that. Gizelle, shut up. Shut your ass. No, you don't. No, you don't.
And then she's not having sex with them. She's like, no,
right.
we're just
I need a young guy for my rotation. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right. Oh,
cool story, Gizelle. Can we get him on the show? Can we get something?
No, nobody ever wants to film with Gizelle on the show. She could never get a man to sit behind her on the couch. So you don't know him. He lives in Canada, it's like
get him to the school. You don't know him.
Yeah, right. Okay, Gizelle, but you got a roster.
Yes, and Haru was reminding us. Remember, Monique had the worst name for a podcast ever. It was like her brand, not for lazy, or her not lazy but busy moms thing. It was like not for lazy moms, and it was just like the marketing on that to immediately come off as offensive to moms or to
right
like a judgment.
Even lazy moms.
Even if you didn't mean that, it's just yeah. So I don't think that went well. And then she had that podcast taping and stuff. So Sherman didn't stay because they brought up his arrest. Oh, Sherman.
Well, Gizelle knows how to pick him.
She knows definitely how to pick them. And Mia does not know how to pick a house for these housewives to stay at. I agree with all the women because sometimes I think the women are a little picky in some franchises. I remember New York, they would always have their cast trips and they would literally fight over the rooms. Ramona was the worst. She was notoriously rude to the staff. She had to have the best room. She was just a jerk. But I agree with, Wendy and even Charisse leaving and all that. You need to have enough bedrooms or your little friend can't come.
Right.
You know, everyone should get their own room. I can see maybe even Giselle and Robin are like, we don't want to stay together. Robin poops 2 times in the morning. Wow, Robin, I would like to know how you're that regular. What kind of fiber and probiotic are you on that you poop
Coffee.
twice in the morning?
She probably just drinks coffee, is what I hear. It works real fast.
I drink coffee. I can't just be firing them out and, multiples.
I don't know. I don't. But she gave Charisse her own room, but she doesn't have her own bathroom.
Yeah.
Isn't that what happens?
Yes. And Charisse is like, I'm sorry, this isn't college. I'm not going to walk upstairs to a bathroom. And listen, Charisse is like, she's what, like 60? I wouldn't either at 60. And if I had money.
It's not your weekend. Like, you should just be lucky that you're even on this trip. Like,
did you like how Mia was like, I love Charisse and I love how her eyelashes are always sliding off her face and she doesn't even know it. She doesn't even care. But it's the one time where I like fully agree with Charisse, where I would be like, get me out of here. I'm a celebrity, get me out of here, even because there's not enough rooms. And then does she really want Candiace and Wendy to sleep in the same bed? Like ass
That's
to
what
ass.
I mean. Like, why are you doing that? That's what I'm talking about. Like, you don't have enough rooms. They were even in the car like, wait, there's 9 of us and there's 6 rooms. What?
Yeah. No.
I'm going to a hotel. And we're not even on South Beach. Like, get out of here.
When they showed where South Beach was, and it was like all the way across the ocean. And so,
tiny little piece in the corner. There it is. South Beach is right there.
Mia thinks she killed it. The house was gorgeous. I mean, for us
nice
regular
house.
folks, but
For
not
sure.
for housewives. You got to have your own room. You got to have a potty for Charisse. Charisse, she gets the tinkles. A poise pad can only hold so much night urine. I'm just assuming, it's hard for us ladies as we age.
She is not, she's not some elderly ass lady. If she can be that messy at 60, then she can walk upstairs to the damn bathroom. Talking about, I got my own room. I'm going to go to my own room. And everybody's like, how the fuck get your own room?
Oh, Charisse, I still don't know why she's here, but
yes, why are you here? We still haven't found out. There's still no reason for it. We still don't know.
And we still don't know why Jacqueline's here. Apparently, they're building up this friendship, and her mom took Mia in, and that's how they know each other. And they know all each other's secrets, and it's only then we're going to find out that this friendship is going to implode for reality TV. So you mentioned a couple streams ago, Shanna, you're like, so they've been friends this long, and then they're on this show, and all of a sudden now they're not friends.
Mm-hmm. TV makes you do it.
Mm-hmm. TV ruins it all. So yeah, so then it ends with, so they start drinking, Ashley's hiding Candiace's room stuff. Candiace is doing a song with Trina, and Candiace's sister said, who's Trina? I only know if Beyonce puts out a song.
Oh boy. It's really sad when a Black person doesn't know who Trina is. I get it if somebody else doesn't, but you're like, Chris knew who Trina was. And it's like,
well, Chris, remember, he has the brown wiener that Candiace.
I know, he studies the people that he likes. That's why he goes to school. He looks up the things. He's like, and Trina was rapping nasty before we had Cardi B and all the Megans. We had Trina, we had Lil' Kim. They were all talking nasty. Okay.
Yeah, because she came about, because I just looked it up right now to see what year she came into everything, 90s. And it was 98 with Trick Daddy.
Yeah, I literally listened to Trina's song "The Baddest Bitch" on repeat when I was running track in high school. I fucking won state that year. Thanks, Trina.
Thanks, Trina. Trina has done more for track than anyone.
I won a gold medal, okay? Because I was the baddest bitch that day on the field. Thank you so much, Trina.
I wish we could play it without, I'm playing it right now in my ear. I wish we could play it without getting copyright stricken.
Oh, yeah.
Then we could just end with Trina as the baddest bitch, but stupid YouTube.
Yeah, you don't want to hear some of those lyrics, though. There's people on this stream that probably aren't ready for some of the stuff she says.
I don't think you're ready for this, Trina.
Listen to it on your own time, but there's a part where she says something you're like, what?
Trigger warning for Trina. Well, Trina's 43
Censored.
now.
Yes. I didn't even realize she was like the same age as I was when I was in school. I'm like, this person.
Right?
I mean, the first time she came on the record, she was like, you don't know Nan Ho. I'm like, you're calling yourself a hoe? Who is this person? Have some self-respect, Trina. And I'm like, ooh, I'm the baddest bitch. Woo woo. Over that ass too fat. Woo, 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 woo.
Trina was my freshman year at Morgan State. We rocked out to her in the dorm. Yeah. But Candiace's sister, she
did not know.
Like, I don't, is she on Lemonade? Is she on what? I don't know. I've never heard of her. We don't, these young kids will never know what it's like. You know, Robin's like, I love Trina.
Stupid.
I just no. Oh, Shanna, you said you were gonna come with who are you gonna do an impression of?
I don't have time to practice. Okay, I've been doing a damn comedy competition all week. I'm very tired. I can't. Like I don't have one. I don't have
you
one.
Were I feel like you were pulling off Ashley
I'm Ramona.
a little
I can't
bit.
do it. I can't.
I'm Ramona.
I can't.
I'm
I don't know. I don't know.
I go, I love it. It reminds me of, I don't know why that voice reminds me of, did you ever see the movie, what is it? Class Act?
Of course.
Can't play, okay. You know,
yes.
when the big guys are, how come you don't want my frog? When he does an impression of, what's that guy?
How come you don't want to play with my frog?
Yeah, how come you don't want to play with my frog? Whenever I do the Robin, I think of Class Act because I love, me and my brother would watch that movie over and over.
Oh my God, yes. I did too.
Oh my gosh, I just can't. So that's my Robin.
Wait,
that's where that comes from.
So next week we've got Paul. Is it Peter?
Is Peter a housewife?
Peter FaceTime and talking about he's mad at Wendy. He's got a bone to pick, and he just so happens to be in Miami when they're in Miami. And what drama? Can't wait.
Nene was right about Peter. He is stay out of women's business. He's in all the women's
relevant. He wants to be relevant at all times. Help himself. He's got to be in the mix.
Quit trying to make Peter happen. Like he's fine and dandy, fine, whatever. But I'm mad at her, and you're just like, no, Peter, no.
I mean, his goatee looks nice. His little beard looks nice.
Yeah, I mean, he's an attractive guy, but I don't. Now I feel like they're building that up to be basically nothing. And then we're going to see Mia assault Wendy. Not just throw water at her, because I went back and played the clip and slowed it down. She's like trying to claw her.
Oh, wow. Looking forward to the violence.
Oh, more violence. But it'll be interesting to see if the same reaction, Mia will get the same reaction that Monique did. Because people were like, oh, we have to get rid of her.
I don't feel safe.
I
don't feel safe, Russell. You don't feel safe. If you watch your mother mouth, then you'll feel fine.
She was running around the barn looking for her.
I have done that. That's definitely something I have done when I'm angry. I will chase you to the ends of the earth.
I can't say I'm above it. I remember in high school following someone to their bus because they said,
yes,
you don't know when you're going to get it, but it's going to happen, Joleen. And I hate you. And this was this Crystal girl. And I didn't remember what I ever did to her.
Nothing.
And so I said, no, we're going to do this. I'm not waiting all year. Right. If you're going to beat me up, you're going to do it now. It turns out when you do that, they don't beat you up because they just want to scare you. So I got on her bus and the guy's like, get off. And I was like, we don't want to bring this up again. And I don't think I ever spoke or saw her again.
Of course you didn't.
And I probably did because I think she said, we had sixth grade together. By that time we were like 17. And she was like, you did something to me. And I'm sure I did. We're asshole kids. I would have said sorry. Well, now as an adult, I would have. But she was like, and I'm going to get you. And you don't know when and you don't know where, but it's coming. And I was like, oh, no. So then the bell rang and I'm walking to the bus. People are like, Jolene's going to fight Crystal. And I'm like, come on, let's go. And I got on the bus like, we're doing this now or never. And I don't even think I ever honestly saw her again. So, Crystal, if you're
Joleen
out there,
got
I
on the
hope
bus
you're
and
having a
said,
good
"Bring it on, bring it."
That's why I'm so aggro. So I like to hear that you admit that you've done that. It makes me feel
Oh
less
yeah, you
bad
get
about
so
myself.
mad, you're all heated and you got adrenaline pumping. You're like, wait a minute, this is I'm gonna find this person and finish the job. That's normal behavior. It's not. Oh, now I feel scared. Well, y'all watch to get all amped up. What do you expect was gonna happen? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Mia went from throwing lettuce at people to now she's about to claw at Wendy next week. So
Mia said she brought her club moves in, the moves from the club. A lady takes your spot. I'm supposed to be third on the dance
Showgirls.
floor. Yeah, showgirls. That's what it is.
Push her down the stairs.
Oh shit. Well, this should be interesting. But Wendy is just taking a beating this season. I mean, I don't know what did she do?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how that even happened because it's all, I don't know enough about.
She just wants to teach us about the tip.
Why is Mia mad at Wendy? I don't remember any. Do they have
Well,
beef?
they did at the reunion, and Wendy told her to shut up a lot. But I mean, there were times she
Okay.
needed to shut up, and that's part of the thing.
Right.
Tell her, I don't know,
Okay.
but I don't remember exactly what it was about at the reunion. But yeah, that's all I can think of. That they never meshed. Remember, because she thinks Wendy's like disingenuous. She thinks that she isn't accountable for things because Mia's like, I got my pussy pop tightened, I got my butt done, I got this done. And Wendy wasn't. And Wendy can be judgmental for sure. I mean, as a fellow Judge Judy myself, I get it because I will judge Judy people up and down. And I think Wendy knows that about herself because even when she corrects people, she's like, I'm sorry, it's the professor in me, but the tip is the top, not the bottom. And I didn't know that. Right. I would say tip bottom, tip top. So I learned something.
She's like, don't make us learn. That's critical race theory. And we're in Florida now. Shut your mouth.
Yeah, we don't talk about that. Honey Sweet Dream says, apparently the fight between Wendy and Mia is a lover squirrel. Ooh, did they hook up?
What? You said apparently like that was something that was apparent. I didn't know that.
No, and I think that's just a little jokey troll. But Candiace spilled the tea that Wendy... What?
Really?
Stop.
When?
Honey Sweet Dreams. This would make the show so much more interesting. I don't believe it.
Right. When did that happen? Who said that?
Who said that?
Who said that?
Robin said it. Robin said it. They scissored. I'm not trolling. Google it. Well, now I'm going to Google it, and then you're probably going to laugh and go, I heard you got trolled. Wendy and Mia hook up in I love Google. The stuff I put in, I feel like. Mia Thornton and Wendy Osefo battle. Okay. Mia versus Wendy. No one is saying. Oh, Feud Explained. Distractify is explaining it. Wait, is this from last year? Oh, I can't find it.
It's okay.
All right, we got to go. Shauna's got a show to get to. You got a show to get to, Shauna. But if this is true, we will look into it and we will definitely dissect it. Next week, we'll be back to Mondays, right?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Thank you for understanding, guys, that we're booked and busy. We can't,
We're very busy.
And Shauna, when's your next level of the comedy competition that you're now in the semifinals for?
Semifinals, yes. That starts Wednesday. So it's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And then Saturday night, we'll know who goes to the finals. And so by Monday, you'll know if I'm in the finals or not.
I will tell you, I have feelings about things. I once saw a dead person on a hike in a memory. It's a long story. Anyways, I had a vision. And so I see you're in the finals.
Are you saying I'm gonna kill it because you saw a dead person in the woods or whatever?
You're in the finals. I once saw a dead person vision who was killed at that exact spot. Again, I was a child and I was very melodramatic, but my mom looked it up and then someone had died. Just
You're
like I
like the
see you in the
medium.
finals. I am
Okay.
the Minnesota medium. Oh yeah. I'll tell you where your dead friends are. They're making hot dish in heaven, you know. So there you go. There you go. All right, Shauna, tell everyone where they can find you, follow you, all the good stuff.
I'm at Shanna Christmas on the tweets until the Twitter is dead because it might be happening this weekend. Elon Musk might ruin Twitter. I'm on Facebook sometimes, but I hate it. But Instagram and obviously on YouTube. Please subscribe to my channel and watch my videos. Let's get me to 300. I'm so close. It's only like 20 people.
Close.
It's less than 20 people.
We got to get Shauna to 300 subscribers. So go subscribe, mods. If you could drop it in the live chat, a link to Shauna's channel, that would be amazing. Our ultimate goal is to get her to 1,000 because then you can monetize and she has some really awesome content over there. As you know, you can follow me at Joleen Lunzer everywhere. Subscribe if you haven't. Thank you so much for watching. Send Shauna all the winning vibes to see her in the finals. Let's see. I see dead people. I see Shauna winning this competition. All right.
Woo!
Stay in, booked, and busy. Moira said that's the weirdest break a leg
Thank
it's
you.
It's my new favorite. All right. You guys have a wonderful night, and we will be back next week with more Real Housewives of Potomac. Bye.
Bye.
If you like what you see,